But if someone told you where you would be in 15 years, where you would be 15 years ago, would you believe it? Have you always believed in you? Yeah. Like, I wouldn't believe that I would be gorgeous doll, but I know I would be successful 100%, you know? Like, who fucking ever thinks that they're gonna go live a fucking stripper life and then end up becoming known and all this? Nobody fucking thinks that. Nobody's gonna, oh yeah, I'm gonna be a no stripper bitch. It's actually gonna work out. Oh my God. Nobody thinks that. But are you satisfied, or do you want more? I always want more. I always want more out of life. I want everything life has to offer, and then some. Everything and then some. But okay, cool. So anyways, I told him to get well, and that's the end of that. Because it's like, I told you, like, I opened my schedule. You want to play a game? So let's play games. Goodbye. There's no more talking, right? So what do? I text somebody else. That's, you know, been on my line for a minute. He ain't been too pressed. I ain't been too pressed. But he really just kind of like rubbed me the wrong way. And y'all know I like motherfucking side quests. I like doing dumb shit sometimes. So am I entertaining it? I am. Listen. So this other guy or whatever, I pretty much had texted him, was like, what are you doing today? He was like, nothing. What are you doing today? I said, oh, I might go to the spa. Because there's this new spa I want to try. Like, even though I love St. Regis, which they have an appointment available, I just haven't decided which one I want to go to yet. But listen to how this happened. Okay, listen to this shit. Because y'all are going to be like, what the fuck is wrong with these niggas? What's wrong with these niggas? So anyways, he ends up telling me, like, yeah, let's go, book it, let me know. So I pretty much told him, like, okay, like, send me some money, send me $1,000, I'll book it. And so he was like, okay, like, what are we gonna do? And I said, we're gonna go to the spa, I'll book it. Okay, so he ends up sending the money. Okay, cool, right? Because of course, you know, you gonna pay for this shit. So this is a new nigga. Okay, now background on this new nigga. Okay, he's cool. He is kind of known, but we've went on like a dinner date before. We've went to like Tootsie's together before. He's cool, right? He's cool. Nickname. No, this isn't the... He does know how to dress. Nickname. I don't know. Let's call him... We can call him, should we call him Freakazoid? Because this nigga a freaky ass nigga. Let me talk about it first. Let me talk about it, okay? So the first time we ever like had hung out, of course I saw him like in a club setting, but I never said anything to him. He's very known and he's handsome. He's a handsome guy. Where the fuck is my foundation? This is about to really get, oh, she's the same one from yesterday. Except the one I wore last night, like, it's very, like, runny. I don't like that. Look at this. Look at the top. You see? So, anyways. Does he have braids? No. No, you nosy ass bitch. Damn. Who the fuck you? Who are you looking for? Who are you looking for, boo? So, anyways, what was I just saying? Yeah, I had seen him out a couple of times, like in club settings. Y'all remember when I used to bartend at 24 here or whatever? He didn't really be in the club a lot. I would see him every now and then or whatever, but I always see him on social media. So one day, of course, he hops in my inbox and, you know, it's cool, whatever. He's just like, hey, like, you're really beautiful. How long have you been in Miami? Blah, blah, blah. Mind you, I've already scoped the scenery out. I know everything about him. Everything, okay? Like, I know everything about this man because, of course, you're known. So I'm gonna look into who the fuck you are, what you doing, who you screwing, where you be, all that, okay? So we ended up going to dinner one time. Dinner was great. We went to a movie, okay? So we went to dinner, went to a movie. We went to, what movie did we go see? I can't even remember. It was actually the first year that I was here. It was the first year that I was in Miami that we went to a movie. And the movie was cool, but guess who fucking fell asleep? He did. And so then I said, you know what, let's go. I'm not enjoying this movie. You're falling asleep. Let's go. Okay, we literally left. I didn't finish the movie. What the fuck I look like. So he is like, he likes to turn up, right? So from there or whatever, after the movie, I did something I never do. I was like, I'm gonna skip over that part. I ain't like fuck him or anything like that. It's just like something that I said. But anyway, so the movie was not really a good first date because of the fact that the nigga fell asleep. So of course for me, I said, you know what, let's just go. Like we don't have to finish this movie. Like let's go. So we end up leaving. We end up talking in the car, whatever. He ends up, you know, telling me A, B, C, and D about him, whatever. I think he sells mugs. You know what I'm saying? Cause I don't know him to have a business, but I know I know he'd be doing some shit. Okay. So anyways, we end up having like, you know, a good convo or whatever. And I'm not gonna hold y'all. He tried me and I told him this ain't that. Okay. So I already told him this ain't that. Okay. So then like we would like text each other and, you know, talk back and forth, and then communication just fell off, right? Communication just fell off. So then one day he texts me and just kind of checking in, and he's like, do you want to go to Tootsie's with me? I'm gonna grab some food, whatever. I'm like, Tootsie's is cool. We can go to I think I did too much contour. I said, Tootsie's is cool. Yeah, I'll meet you at Tootsie's, no problem. So I meet him at Tootsie's. We have a couple of drinks, and we actually sit there and talk like the whole time. Like we're just talking and like catching up, learning about him. He's learning about me. And I'm going to be honest. He says he doesn't have a girlfriend, but I've found that to be a lie, you know? So anyways, hold on, I think he just texted me. Okay, cool. So anyways, he says he's single, but I don't know. I don't believe it because I've seen some crazy shit, you know? So anyways, from here, we go to Tootsie's, we're talking or whatever, and I pretty much tell him, like I tell everybody, if you think you're gonna play with me, you got the game fucked up. If you cannot offer what I'm requiring, you got the game fucked up. If you cannot be what I need you to be, get the fuck on, okay? So the one thing about it is I don't know if it's my word choice. But men always want to like communicate that they can be the man that I need them to be, you know? And I don't know if it's just like me testing their gangster in a way, testing their manhood, you know? Like, I don't know if you could, because here's my first thing, Mr. Tootsie, like that. His name's Mr. Tootsie. So for me, like certain things that I say, like, you know, I just don't think that you can provide what I'm looking for. And then of course, what do they fucking say? I can definitely provide what you're looking for, you know, when in reality, no the fuck you can't, because a couple $1,000 and a wet ass is not what I'm fucking looking for. Okay, so long story short, after Tootsie's we kept communication a little bit, and then to be honest, I didn't text him, he didn't text me, so I'm gonna fucking text you. All right, I don't give a fuck, I don't say shit. I only text niggas when I'm bored, okay? Other than that, I'm not texting no nigga. I'm not texting no nigga first unless I'm bored, okay? And as you guys can tell, I'm bored. So long story short, around the holidays, like before the holidays, he texts me and he invites me to an event, right? But I didn't even see the text until today. I'm just catching y'all up on the last communication between me and this person. So when I went to his number to text him today, I saw that he actually had invited me to his B-Day, like I want to say it was like a couple months ago, and I didn't even see it. So I was like, oh, I'm sorry. So I said, hey, good morning. And he's like, oh, good morning. Oh my God, I was so drunk last night. And this is what he's telling me, okay? So listen, that means he went out last night and he was drunk this morning. Okay, that's what he said. Or he was drunk last night. Okay, and so this morning he's like getting over that. So he's like, what are you doing today? I said, I don't know, I might go to the spa. He's like, oh yeah. I said, yeah, you want to go? You want to go? I'm not no freaky shit. Not no freaky shit. I ain't doing a spa bath ever again. Okay, until like I got a nigga for real, because I see what that does to him. I see what that do to the niggas. So anyway, I was like, yeah, let's go get a couples massage. And he was like, okay. He said, I might go to the game later. And I was like, are you gonna like physically go, or like you're just gonna go like watch it? Like what do you mean game later? And he was like, I'm not sure yet. I'm waiting on an answer about some tickets or something. I don't fucking know. It's sweet. Don't care. Because I wouldn't publicly step out with him anyways. But so from here, he's like, yeah, let's go book it. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I tell him how much, it's going to be. He sends me some money, whatever. To be honest, I still haven't booked it, because I do want to try this new spa. But I'm not 100% sure, because let me tell you how the conversation went. Okay? So how the conversation went, oh my God, I feel like this is hotels. Because the shit I'm about to tell you guys, you're going to be like, what? Gorgeous? Yeah. It's fucking crazy. So anyways, I tell him, okay, cool, I'll book it, no problem. We're confirmed. Okay, we're confirmed. So make sure I get the words right once. He says, after the massage, I want to give you my LOL. Or he says something like that, right? Let me get the words. He tells me, after we get a massage, I want to give you a massage. I bite. I'm gonna be honest with you, I bite. I'm fucking bored, you guys. So I'm like, LOL, you just know what to say. You're so slick with your words. I say some shit like that, right? Definitely a red flag, but hold on. Listen to how I played it. He's still fucking drunk, because bitch, you ain't motherfucking you ain't seen me in a minute, So anyways, he's like, yeah, after they rub oil on me, I want to rub some oil on you. So listen to the conversation, okay? And listen to the shit that I fucking have to deal with, okay? Mind you, never fuck this nigga, never touch this nigga. I haven't even kissed this man, okay? We have went to dinner and a movie and Tootsie's before. That's it. Nothing else. But you know what it is? And this is not me blaming myself. This is not me selling myself short in any type of way. I know I'm sexy as fuck, okay? Like, I know I have sex appeal, okay? And I'm gonna be honest with you guys. It's a gift and a curse. Being sexy is a gift and a curse, because, and this is just me being real as fuck, okay? Of course a nigga gonna wanna fuck you. Of course. You get what I'm saying? Like, having pretty eyes, being, slim, thick, long hair, just me. You being sexy. That niggas want to fuck. You get what I'm saying? Like, okay, let me explain the difference. There's a difference between a girl that's pretty and just pretty, and then there's pretty and sexy. You get what I'm saying? And I've been trying really hard to like tone down my sex appeal. It's just fucking natural, and I can't get rid of it. Am I really sitting here complaining about being sexy? I am. It's a gift and a curse. Okay, it really is. Okay, so anyways, he ends up saying that, and I'm like, oh, you're so slick with your words, LOL. He said something else. I said, so what am I gonna get other than this massage? Right? That's what I say. And he's like, my love, and sends me an eggplant. I said, well, the holidays just passed, so I know you don't love me. The holidays just passed, so I know you don't love me. You know what I'm saying? Let me read the, first of all, this is not my nigga. This is not nobody I ever like locked in. Get the messages. So he sends me the side face with like the tears emoji. And I'm like, what are the tears for? He's like, tears of joy because I can't. Hold on, let me look again. 1 second. Then he says, so what are we doing after? So I said, well, what do you mean? He said, should we get a room or should we go to your house? We would never fucking ever come to my house, first of all, right? Okay, cool. I'm biting. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? I'm biting, okay? I'm biting because I have the perfect thing to say. So he's like, I'll book us a room. He thinks I'm going along with it. And to be honest for a second, I am, just to see how far you're really willing to take this, okay? So then he says he'll book a room. I'm like, okay, cool. So I was like, I mean, we can go to St. Regis because that's what spot we might go to, right? Okay, cool. Well, that or the Ritz-Carlton. So he ends up texting me back. He says, hey, actually, because I said, do you need my account number? Do you need my account number? He's like, actually, you can book it. So I look up the prices of the room just to send him a cute little screenshot. I'm biting, y'all. All I'm doing is biting. This is really content. I just have something to come back and tell y'all because typically I would just be like, oh my God, no. So from here, guess how much the rooms are? Just guess how much the rooms are. If you go look, it doesn't count. Just guess. Take a guess. Take a guess. Guess how much the rooms are. $5,000, $6,000. Okay, so I screenshot the $5,000 and the $6,000 a night. And I was like, I don't know what's going on in Miami, but here's the prices. Here's the prices. Okay? Okay? He was like, damn, we ain't even gonna be there that long. I said, I know, it's crazy, right? It's crazy. So then I said, I have an idea. Something I always wanted to do. Something I always wanted to do. Does anybody want to take a guess at what I said? Does anybody want to take a guess at what I said? I said, I have an idea. It's something I've always wanted to do. I sent 3 words. 3 words. Dressing room, Saks, Chanel. Dressing room, Saks, Chanel. Dressing room, Saks, Chanel. He hearts it. So I said, let me know. He said, I'm down with that. That's fine, babe. No issue. Oh, shit. What the fuck have I got myself into? I thought a nigga was gonna get mad. I thought a nigga was going to get mad. So he pretty much says, he's like, I'm down with that. Damn. 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 Like, fuck, you know? So, of course, me still playing into the situation. I'm like, okay, great. And I was like, so I'll see you. I'm not gonna tell you guys the time, but I was like, I'll see you then. He was like, yeah. He was like, I'll order you a truck and then like I can take you home. Really? So, now let me tell you how I feel about this person, okay? Is he fine? As a bitch. Fine as fuck. He is fine, okay? He is fine. Okay, now, if he definitely called my bluff. He for sure called my bluff. And so, anyways, from there, he was like, he said something like, you know something I've never did. I said, what? He said, I've never, you know, made any babies in a spa. Where the fuck did the babies come from? Where the fuck did the babies come from, nigga? What are you talking about? Babies? So I said, oh yeah, he's drunk. He's drunk. He's drunk. Gotta be drunk. What the fuck? What the fuck is you talking about babies for? Where do we even get to babies? Fuck you mean babies? I don't even got no pussy to give, let alone no baby. I ain't never made no babies in a spa. Babies, where did the babies come from? I said dressing room, Saks, Chanel. This nigga say babies and motherfucker must. Let me get my vape. Hold on, cause y'all, like, nigga, are you? What the fuck is going on with these niggas? What's wrong with them? It's something like it's really getting out of fucking hand. It's really getting out of fucking hand now. I say Saks Chanel, dressing room Saks Chanel. This nigga talk about some. Well, you know something I've never did. I made a baby in a spa. Just to tell y'all what was said next. Hold on one second. So, let me know if y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear me? Y'all can hear me? Yuck. Right. Like, what the fuck? That fucking dog again. If that bitch don't get her dog, listen. Anyways, I'm called the motherfucking pound on her ass. So, after he says that, I said, where'd the babies come from? They need to get their fucking dogs. I said, where did the babies come from? He was like, you know, I don't know. Now I'm scared. Now I'm actually scared. Like, now I'm actually, like, scared. So anyways, I'm like, okay, well, I'll see you at the spa. Let's meet at this time, right? I still gotta kind of be a little, because you guys, I am entertaining it, okay? I'm for the plot. So anyways, he was like, oh, I might take a nap. I said, what the fuck are you taking a nap for? You could sleep at the spa. You can sleep at the spa, babes. You can sleep at the spa. He's like, okay, do you want to go day drink? Do you want to go a little before and we can get some drinks somewhere? Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. I love a good day drink. I love a good day drink and a good sex. And a good Chanel with a drunk nigga. I love that. I love that. So last thing he said is, okay, I'm about to get dressed. I'll call you when I'm done. So for me, y'all tell me, be my therapist real quick. Am I setting myself up for failure? Like, girl, why is you playing? You already know you're not giving that man no motherfucking cat. But it's like, you know, no. Listen. I feel like a nigga who been drinking all night that wants to continue to drink now, and then go get a massage, get a couple more drinks afterwards, go to the sex, go to the Chanel. Right, that's what I said. Someone said, you playing, you gonna try to get the cat before going to Chanel. My thing though is that I know, okay, I'm not gonna tell you what Chanel we're going to, but like, I know how these places is like set up, right? So for me, only one of two things can happen, because he said he's gonna send a truck. I don't need you, I have a car. So I think how I kind of change that narrative is I just drive. I drive, right? I don't put myself in his seat. You get what I'm saying? So I was like, no, I'll probably just drive and then I'll just meet him, right? But it's like I'm kind of setting myself up, but also I'm kind of not, because at the end of the day, if I don't want to give him no motherfucking cat, I ain't giving him no motherfucking cat. And that's just what it is. That's just what it is, okay? But I don't know. part of me is kind of like, because how's the situation gonna go? Like, once we get to motherfucking sex, is we gonna be just throw it in the bag, just throw it in the back, you know? Like, what's going on? You know, how's that gonna go? Because then, even if we do go shopping, how am I escape? How am I escape? How am I escape? Then y'all gonna see me on the news. On video running out of motherfucking sex with a bunch of bags. Ah! I be getting myself into some shit knowing damn motherfucking well that I have no motherfucking intentions of playing this game. But I just wanted to like show you guys, niggas are horrible. All of them. Because my plans was, okay, we can go to the spa, then we can go, you know, to the, first of all, like the hotel rooms really are like $6,000. Like there was one for $6,000, one for $9,000, and one for $12,000, right? So I'm like, okay, like even if I was, we can't. Because you ain't gonna pay $6,000 for no damn room. I don't want no nigga to pay no $6,000 for no motherfucking room. I would rather you just give me the motherfucking money, you know? But at the end of the day, you know, I like a good plot. I love a good plot. So what I was thinking is we go, okay? We go to the little day drink, have a little drinks. We see kind of where his head's at. See if we can, like, you know, nigga, I ain't seen you in so long. Like, what makes you think you deserve some of this? You know, like, play it. So why would he spend $6K at Chanel if he don't? We would be in the room for like a fucking hour. You gotta read the situation, babe. Read the situation, okay? Read the situation. But he a trick. I can tell you that for sure. I can tell you that for shit sure. But for me, right, it's like I just wanted you guys to see an example of shit that I get myself into that I know I'm not doing, that I do for the fucking plot, and then I come back with a story time. Do you see? Like, I need help. Baby, can you help me? But anyways, so that's what's happened this morning. Spa dude number 1 got clipped just because. Do I look like the type of bitch to wait on a nigga? Do I look like the type of bitch to wait on a nigga to motherfucking get healthy? Bitch, fuck you. And that motherfucking whatever you got going on. I don't got time for none of that shit. Fuck. But it's gonna be one or two things. I'm either gonna come back with like a horror story of, oh my god, you guys, I had to motherfucking escape with no Chanel, or I'm gonna come back with Chanel. One of the two. And I'm gonna be honest. Listen, listen, one thing I can say about this person is that, like I said, like, he is attractive to me. Like, he's attractive to me. Do not get me wrong. He is fine. Knows how to dress. All that. Okay? But I don't got no cat to give right now. I just don't. I don't have any cat to give. But he's a nigga. So therefore, I know that it's not just coming for nothing. You know, like, it's not just gonna be one of those situations where, like, we go to the spa and then he just takes me to Chanel and then he lets me just be like, no, I don't want to. That nigga probably will motherfucker. You know what he probably gonna do? If we go to the spa and we go to Chanel, he'll probably, like, pay for everything and then, like, hold the bags for me. Put him in his car. And be like, so where do you want to meet at? Where we meeting at? Dead ass. You get what I'm saying? Like, these niggas ain't shit. But like I said, I'm down for a good plot just to see how it goes. But I don't got no cat to give, and I don't have a wax or anything like that. Like, I just don't have no cat to give right now. No, he's desperate. Yeah, now he's desperate for the cat. Do you hear me? But here's the thing, right? It's like, I'm the type of bitch, okay, I'm gonna give you guys how a nigga thinks, right? With me, okay? Because I'm a difficult bitch, okay? So, a difficult bitch. Difficult bitch, okay? Because I'm a difficult bitch, to not only come out of my house, you get what I'm saying? Because even like the first time we hung out, like it literally was because I was bored. Any other time that like he would reach out to me, like I would not. Y'all, I don't be leaving my motherfucking house. I don't want to see none of y'all. Y'all don't got shit to offer. You see what happens when I try to leave my house? You see babies in massage rooms and shit. Nigga, are you okay? Are you okay? But the one thing with him is that he called my motherfucking bluff. So now I have to see it through. But I have to try to not give out the cat. You know? Can't give out no cat. 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 I don't know. Like, he's been trying to be like my trick for a long time. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. Like I said, I didn't actually meet up with him until my second year of being in Miami. He was like already, like I said, I had seen him out at like a club setting. Like we had talked on IG. He would always comment on my shit. Always be like, oh, when you gonna be mine? When you gonna do this and that, da 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 da. So now that I've like opened the door for us to like, you know, link, he's kind of like, oh my god, this is my chance. You know, he's a little, what's it called? Not pressed, but, you know, excited. Like, oh my god, this might be the time. This might be the chance, you know? Just don't get drunk in cave. I don't do no shit like that. 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 And then you gotta think. There's no hotel room. Oh, by the way, here's my lie. If he like tries to like wanna, oh, let's just go to your crib. I'm gonna say that, like, listen, like I got a homegirl that's in town and she's staying at my house while she's dancing, and you know how that be. So I don't want nobody even, you know, be in our business. Ate that, right? Ate the excuse, right? But it's like, yo, you know what I'm like really, like, you know how I really feel? I'm gonna be honest, like, it's so hard going from a girl in nightlife. I'm known as a dancer. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not known as a fucking doctor or a bitch that works at a fucking med spa or some shit like that. You get what I'm saying? Like, people know me and know that I used to be a dancer. So therefore, you know what I'm starting to feel like? I'm starting to feel like no matter what, like, morals I'm, like, upholding, it's like most men that I run into, because they know that I used to be a dancer, they're kind of just like, how much? What you need? So it's like, even though I'm trying to be a good bitch, they might already have it in their head, like, maybe, you know, and because of who I, you know, the situations I've been in online, the niggas I've dealt with. Don't get me wrong, they know they have to come with a bag and some, you get what I'm saying? But it's like, I ain't even trying to do that. It's like, I don't want to sell no cat, everybody want to buy it. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to sell no cat, but everybody want to buy it. It's fucking weird. Do you get what I'm saying, though? Let me check my text messages. Hold on. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to sell no cat, but everybody trying to motherfucking buy this shit. Like, so stressful. It's just, I can't explain it, but it's like, I keep trying to, like, because I really am, like, I've changed as a person, okay? OG doll would say, you got the 10K, I'm on the way. You got the 10K, I'm on the way. You get what I'm saying? OG doll. But it's like, because I'm now this person, now I'm this brand, now I'm Gorgeous Doll, and I have so much associated with just my name, I be scared to fuck with niggas because I know what their intentions are. They don't want to just fuck with me because I'm a pretty bitch. They want to first of all, we definitely up there, okay? I said old G-Doll. I said old G-Doll, right? What am I wearing? I'm wearing Active Doll. Spring collection. It'll be here soon. But it's like, how I feel, right? Is it's like, how do I explain it in terms? At the end of the day, it's what it is. Like, yo, I don't be needing these motherfucking niggas money. And it's like, that's all they, like, and the ones that actually have the money to offer, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's because of who I fuck with. It's not just because, oh, she's a pretty girl, she's sexy, I want to fuck with her. It's because they want to say that I fucked with this girl who fucked with and you know? So it's like they get that satisfaction. What the fuck do I get? Some money? Some money? Do you get what I'm saying? And I feel like, okay, how I used to say that when I used to dance in the club, I would like go to work only on certain days because I was like, I felt like you have to be a unicorn. You have to keep your value high. If you're a girl in the club and you're in there every single night, you have no fucking value because a nigga could see you at any motherfucking day just in a club, right? It's like you're not holding your value. So it's like, back when I did dance, I would only go to work on certain days because of the fact that I wanted to keep my value high, okay? So now that it's like, okay, I'm Gorgeous Doll, I have a brand, I have a name, I'm this bitch, I can't fuck with every nigga. You get what I'm saying? Because guess what? I don't want to be able to walk in a motherfucking room, okay? No matter what a bitch has ever said about me, I pinky fucking promise you, okay? It's not a lot of niggas that could be like, I fucked that. And if it's a nigga that'll be like, oh yeah, I fucked that, he's the best at whatever the fuck he does, okay? Or he, and at one time, a couple years ago, spent a lot of fucking money. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, for me now, it's like, I feel like, if I was to like lay on my back for a nigga, I feel like they're getting more satisfaction out of it than me. Because the money not doing shit for me. You get what I'm saying? Y'all get what I'm saying? Like how I feel? Is that weird? Like it's... I think I'm just gonna grow old and, you know, just be with Zacharias. It's weird. It's weird. Yeah, they're like, it's like they're offering money I already have, but they're offering money that I don't give a fuck about. You get what I'm saying? Like, I would rather go on like where I'm at now in life. I would rather like go on dates, really explore my options, like genuinely try to learn somebody, because that money is not satisfaction to me no more. Back in the day, money was satisfaction. Now it's like, thanks, bye. But I feel like men get more satisfaction out of being able to say, I fucked with her, you know? So why not be like her? How? In what way? I just want to know what you mean by that, so I can get property, not funds. That's my homegirl. Cool with her, so I'm not gonna say anything too crazy, but never mind, because I want to be like Gorgeous Doll, okay? And at the end of the day, right, let me tell you something. Someone giving you property, okay, cool, example. Before this whole lawsuit came out with Tati, y'all thought that that car was paid for. It was hers, right? Y'all thought that car was hers because she told you that it was, right? 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 I could go right now, pull up to a $5 million house, take a picture, hold some keys in front of it. You would believe that I bought it. You would believe it because it's me. That's, you know, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Okay? That's all I'm saying. But it's like, I could go downstairs in my little office, it's downstairs, put a little stack of papers in front of me, or just print out a paper with a bunch of words on it, put a cute little folder, have it open, sit there, hold a pen, take a photo shoot, and say, just signed on a property, and guess what? So, and I'm not saying that. Like, one thing, I'm not saying anything bad about Jizzy or anything like that. What I'm saying is that you don't genuinely know what people have going on until shit hits the fan. Okay? So it's like when you came on here and said, be like this person, you only know this person from social media. You don't know if anything is really exactly what they're showing it. You get what I'm saying? What I'm saying is, like, social media isn't real. Social media is not like I'm a real ass bitch. I feel like I really like communicate and I tell y'all a lot. I keep it real. I feel like I keep it real. Like, I'm a real ass bitch. But what I could tell you is that I've seen bitches hold keys up in a fucking condo to show. And I'm first of all, this is to nobody at all, by the way. Okay, this is to nobody at all. I'm just saying, I've seen a bitch hold keys up to a motherfucking 2-story motherfucking, like, you could see the stairs wrap around everything, and this bitch was literally renting out an Airbnb. But she told y'all that it was, you know, like, social media is not real, so you can never compare yourself to the next person at all. At all. It was an Atlanta bitch. We don't gotta talk about it. She know who she is if she on here. But yeah, you can never compare yourself to the next person because you never know the truth. Okay? Now, one thing I will say about my bitch Jizzy, she's a smart ass bitch. She's a smart ass bitch. I still don't understand why she really even entertains the club, because she should have a couple M's by now. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with the club isn't something that you know, that people want. People don't want that. Bitches don't want to just be in a fucking club. You think a bitch want to be sitting in a club waiting for 2 or 3 hours for some money to come in if they sitting on some bread for real? Just a question. And to be honest, it's a real bitch question, because it's like, you have to know what it's like to sit in a club and wait for some motherfucking money to come in and be like, oh my God, I want to go home. I want to go home. You don't got to do that. If you really got some real bread, you wouldn't want to do that. You wouldn't want to. Yeah, I mean, yeah, she works at Booby Trap. I told y'all at the beginning of the song. I told y'all, like, she a bread maker at Booby Trap for sure. Jizzy been in the game for a minute, y'all. Jizzy probably was in the club's fucking shit. She probably had a good 7-year head start before me, you know? So it's like, but I'm just saying, nobody wants to be in a club. If somebody tells you that they enjoy stripping, they enjoy going to a club, baby, they're full of shit. They're full of shit. They just don't want you to know that it's actually very fucking stressful, and it's not always just butterflies and fucking rainbows, you know? You know? Y'all, I haven't, listen, I don't dance out here, so I don't know. There is one girl that I think is popular though. I just saw a name, Milky. I haven't seen really anything. I saw her trying to bully this one girl that I've seen before. It's this one girl that I guess got exposed for, first of all, I heard they all do it. I don't know, because I haven't been in like Miami clubs long enough to meet, or not meet, but get to know and be cool with any of these girls. But I heard that it's bitches in Miami that literally pay niggas to come in the club and throw their money on them. Like, they book them. But really what booking means is that you're giving them money to come throw on you. Like, just for you to be able to have, just for you to be able to feel like you that bitch, to show the rest of the bitches something, which is crazy. Because if you think about it, like when I first heard it and I saw it, it was like on one of these little blog pages. It was a girl recently, it's like KD, K-Doya, something like that, I don't know. But I guess she had a birthday party at 24K. And she had apparently booked out all the sections, had a bunch of people on flyers. It was supposed to be a lit ass party. The video that I seen that a blog posted, she literally was the only person in that club with like 4 of her friends. Like, and the thing is that she had, I guess, been popping it and going back and forth with the Milky bitch, because the caption said, you so-called booked all these people for your birthday, but nobody showed up. You pay niggas to come in and throw money on you. Like, that was the caption of the IG post. And do I know if it's true or not? I don't. But that's not the first time I've heard it. Miami bitches are different, y'all. Miami bitches are different. How do you even have niggas you trust to like, I wonder how that works. Like, do they give them the money and say, oh, come in the club and do this? Like, how does it work? Do you like have the money on you and just go to the office and get the ones? Like, how does that work? Is that why you're so cutthroat? You think I'm cutthroat? Really? Thanks. Right? But y'all, it's become a time where like, bitch, I never cared to impress the next bitch. You get what I'm saying? When I would have bad nights, I would just leave work. Or like I told you, I would go to the bar and ask every nigga sitting at that motherfucking bar, hi, how are you? Can I get your number? $100. You asked 15 niggas at the bar for $100 for your phone number, fake texting up number. Guess what you just made? $1,500. $1,500. You get what I'm saying? Like, but from when I first heard that, I was like, oh my God, that's crazy. Bitches are not paying niggas to come in their club and throw their money on them. But the girl that they were speaking about, I'm gonna be honest, she does not give, like, she doesn't give top tier of the club, you know? Like, she's a cool girl. She was always nice to me. But if I was to rate her on a scale and compare it to, like, other dancers and shit, I would give Shorty, like, a 6, you know? You know? But I've heard a lot of girls in Miami do that. A lot. If they're not booking niggas, then of course, like, you know, they're probably fucking with them in one way or another. I don't know. My thing is that the goal is, I thought the goal, maybe I misinterpreted the goal. I thought that when you dance to get out. You stack, you save up, you invest, you know, put your money where you need to put it to be able to leave. It seems like these days, like, and do not get me wrong, God forbid I ever have to shake some motherfucking ass, but it seems as if now, like, bitches are making it cool to stay in the club, you know? Like, and I don't know if it's because it's easy for now dancers to become known and famous. I mean, who would be another girl that you would consider like me? Like a known stripper bitch. That's, you know, famous. Who else? Like, I mean, Jizzy for sure. But who else, you know? Like, Bernice isn't still in the club. Black China's not still in the club. Here's the thing. It's a difference between, okay, now let me clarify. What, I mean, the fact that y'all try to, you know, put me with Black China and Cardi B, I love that. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Don't do that. Don't boost me. Okay, don't boost me. But here's the thing, right? There's a difference. I said stripper bitches that are famous, okay? And not, hold on, stripper bitches who are famous that aren't rappers and that are still in the club. We're not, hold on, Dream Doll. I'll give it, okay, Dream Doll. I'll take that one. But we're talking about, like, right now, okay? Right now. Actively. Not, you're like, but in the club still. Right? In the club still. Summer Walker, okay? She's an artist. She's, you know, considered a rapper or a singer. But, like, right now, that's why it's like, I think that people are so drawn to, like, me, because not only do I have no fucking filter and I talk and say what, Sukayla for sure, but Sukayla is, like, TikTok, like, famous, right? Like, I consider myself industry famous. You get what I'm saying? Like, do y'all understand when I say the difference? Like TikTok famous versus, or IG famous, industry famous. You get what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Are y'all understanding what I'm saying? The difference? No? Y'all don't understand that? I don't think Chinese Kitty stripped, did she? Yeah, like, so Kayla, I feel like is more internet, like, famous, you know? I'm talking about, like, what girls do you know are known as dancers, or were known as dancers, okay? Danced, great, and then got out of dancing, but aren't in a famous career, okay? So not famous for rapping, not famous for singing, not famous for boxing, not famous for basketball, but just known. You get what I'm saying? Just known, just naturally. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. And I feel like because strippers are starting to see it as a way to kind of get famous, they think that, oh, it's okay to, you know, be there. And that's the thing, is it's like, it's not, because one day you're gonna wake up and you're gonna be 35 still dancing. You know, I am wearing Active Dolls. This is the spring collection. This is the spring collection. I'll be giving you guys a lot of colors in March. Just chill. But you get what I'm saying? Like, I feel like they're starting to think that, like, oh, like, this is a way that I can become known. Instead of making the goal, get in, make your money, get out. I do ship to Africa. Instead of getting your money and getting out, it's being glamorized, and girls aren't staying focused on the goal. They're not focused on the goal. I do ship to UK. You get what I'm saying? Like, the focus has shifted to, okay, like, I can be in here, I can meet these niggas, I can do this, but they're not hitting the goal, which is get the fuck out. And it's like, it's not, you know, everybody want to act like a stripper. That's another thing. Regular motherfucking bitches are wanting to act like strippers. Like, it's crazy. Like, even when there was that time that everybody was wearing those fishnet outfits and shit, I was like, what is going on? Why is y'all wearing motherfucking pleaser heels and stripper outfits? You know what I'm saying? The point is, they're not finding a way out. Right. You get what I'm saying? Like, I feel like stripping is an emergency, right? Like, stripping is something I always know that if I get fucked up in any type of way, I can go shake this ass. Why? Because I'm heavily invested in. So my body's already together. Like, I'm already put together. But not only that, but I have a brand. So I know that even though my dancing time was pretty motherfucking good and I made a lot of money, I do know that if I was to ever go back into a club, I would make a fucking bag. Because in the meantime, while I haven't been in the club, I've been building something else, and that is my brand, right? But it's not something that I'm like, oh yeah, let's go do this for fun. No. You know what I'm saying? Even when I bartended, I went and started bartending because I was fucking bored. You see what I'm doing now? Because I'm bored. You see what I'm doing now? Because I'm bored. I'm setting myself up for a fucking plot because I'm bored. You get what I'm saying? Differences. Last year when I was bored, I went and got a bartending job. This year, I'm testing niggas. You ain't answer my question. Girl, what the fuck is you asking? Baby, your question ain't even in the last fucking 15. Am I wearing Active Dolls? Yes, boo. I told you. It comes out in March. It's going to be a bunch of Pilates sets, 3-piece sets, or 5, haven't decided, 3 or 5-piece sets. And they're going to come out in March, spring collection. Damn. Yes, Nicole is pregnant. How old do you have to be a bartender? 21. Would you not necessarily recommend, but let young 21 girls, young 21-year-old girls, they can chase a bag and strip in? Are you saying would I recommend it? I would never recommend anybody to dance. It's like when I started dancing, it was because I was in a fucked up position. It wasn't just because I said, oh, I want to be a stripper. No, I was in a fucked up position in life, and I needed to make something motherfucking shake, and it just happened to be this ass. It wasn't like what I wanted to do. It was just like, you know what? I live in Atlanta. I can make good money doing it while I'm here. Let me motherfucking go make this money. I needed bills paid. I needed a motherfucking place. I needed this. I needed that. I had a kid. You get what I'm saying? Like, but I tried. One thing I will tell you is that I tried in life. When I first moved to Atlanta, it was to what? Work for a law firm. Remember? Okay, I tried though. Before I ever went to shaking my ass, I tried. Period. I didn't just go say, oh, shaking ass. No, I really motherfucking tried to do something. Like I did. I worked at a cigar bar. I worked at a law firm. I worked at a fucking Texas Roadhouse, baby. I tried for real. You know? Hold on, let me see who this is. Did the law firm not make enough money? Babe, pandemic hit. Everything closed. When pandemic hit, you know how much money I had in my bank account? Okay, first of all, my rent was $2,900 a month, okay? I was waitressing, okay? I was waitressing on the side after going to a job from 9 to 6, right? When everything closed down for a pandemic, I had $9,000 in my bank account. And I know that might sound crazy. That might sound like, oh my God, $9,000, bitch. But to me, that was no fucking money at all. But my rent was $2,900. I had just got an apartment, okay? I've always and only had 2-bedrooms apartments because I always wanted my son to be comfortable, right? So, like, my first apartment in Atlanta that I shared with Bethany was a 2-bedroom, okay? And then I ended up getting an apartment for me and my son. And, of course, I'm paying that rent on my own, by myself. When pandemic hit and everything got closed, the clubs, the motherfucking court systems, everything got closed. $9,000. In my head, I'm thinking, oh my God, I got 2 months and I'm gonna die. I got 2 months and I'm going to have to go home. I have 2 months and I'm going to be fucked. You get what I'm saying? I made that shit work though. I made that shit work. But it wasn't just no fucking miracle. I remember like they had started letting people like push their shit back, like push their rent back. And then they opened up this after hours called Chic, and bitches was making trash bags. When Chic motherfucking opened, while everything in the city was closed down, bitches was making trash bags of money, baby. Like black bags, the big ones, the hefty ones. Hold on. Uno momento. Let me text this. Yeah, bitch was making trash bags of fucking money. But it's like there was, like right before pandemic, like when the law firm had closed down, when all the clubs was closed down, I was about to be sent back the fuck home. And then thank God I was like, you know what? This Club Chic's opening. I can dance here. Like it was some sneaky shit. Even Allure, like Allure was open, but they weren't supposed to be open. Start shaking some motherfucking ass. You get what I'm saying? But it's like I tried. Can you ask us questions and give us advice of YouTube? I'm gonna be honest. I've been telling y'all I want to get back serious. Like, well, not back serious because I have yet to take YouTube serious, but I need to. How long did I contemplate? Not at all. I have bills that need to be paid. I had a kid that needed to be taken care of. I didn't have, when I came to Atlanta with Prince, I had no government assistance. I hadn't gotten no type of support at all. Everything was really me paying for it. You get what I'm saying? Like everything. And so it's like, for me, I didn't have no type of help. Like I was doing everything on my own. Where's that edge brush? I was doing everything on my own. How did you get over being scared? Be honest, I started motherfucking drinking, getting lit in that bitch. But I always had a good mouthpiece. Your spa story time popped up on my YouTube feed. I think my assistant posted it recently. Was it on my page? Or is somebody stealing my stories again and I gotta report them for fucking copyright again? Hold on. Child support? Child support? Babe, be fucking for real. Even like the one time that me and Prince's dad went to court when I was like in Atlanta with Prince, before we got on like really good terms and started really like just co-parenting, his child support was $64 a week. What the fuck am I gonna do with $64 a week? I stopped. I didn't even go to court. Court was pointless for me. You think I'm gonna pay the money to drive down the motherfucking highway, get a hotel room, stay there, wake up, go to court for $64 a motherfucking bitch? Keep it. Keep it. But this was at a time where like my baby daddy, he wasn't what he is now. He wasn't as good as he is now. You know, he really got his shit together. But what the fuck I'm gonna do with $64? Starve? I had to get out here. I had to get it. I had to get it. And that's another thing. Like, that's why, like, what y'all don't understand is, like, me, I'll do anything for my motherfucking son not to feel any type of poverty. I don't give a fuck. And that's what his dad understands. Like, Prince's dad, he had to grow up. He had to go through his own little thing, you know? He had to get himself together too. So he respects it now and understands, like, for the first 5 years, I did everything alone. Everything with Prince for his first 5 years of life was me. Period. Nobody else. Me. Big mama. Okay? That's it. So now that his dad has gotten himself together and he's a family man, he has a really good job, all that other shit. Now he's like, okay, like, I got you. Like, I want him. Like, I understand. You get what I'm saying? And a lot of people, like, they don't understand that. So when people ask me, like, oh, why's your son with his dad? I got a good baby dad. He realized for the first 5 years, I had to do it by my motherfucking self. Who the fuck am I to tell him that he can't motherfucking be there? You can be there. Yeah, you can. And see. And see. And fucking see. I didn't have that motherfucking kid by myself. I didn't get myself pregnant. I shouldn't have to do that shit alone. But I will say that, like, his dad is somebody who really was like, you know what? Like, I know you've been doing this alone. You shouldn't have to do it alone. I've got myself together. I can be a good dad to him, you know? And all I can do is respect that. All I can do is respect it. And at the end of the day, like I told y'all, I can't teach my son how to be a man. I can't teach him how to be a little man. I can't. You know? I'm a sexy bitch. I wish I was just a pretty bitch. Like, I really wish that I was just like a pretty girl, you know? By the way, if you were on my live last night, I went and I looked at the rewind. Stop the cap. What cap? Me or somebody else? I don't got a cap. Ain't no cap in my rap, babes. I'm waiting for you to reply. See what you're talking about. So we gotta, you know. But anyways, yeah, like, stripping is not a number one, okay? It's a backup. It's a if I have to, you know? For me, recently, like, bartending was I'm not gonna do shit but motherfucker be in the house. That's why I started Active Dolls, because I was bored. I needed something to put my mind on. I needed something to keep me, like, going, focused. What blush should I use? It's Liss. It's like a cream. Yo, I said my opinion on the Ari and Jada situation yesterday, and long story short, both bitches is motherfucking wrong, and at the end of the day, I'm biased. So, yeah. Judy, you look good in this butter yellow. Thank you. I like how there's a contrast between the yellows. Like this yellow is lighter than this one, you know? I think that makes it even more cute in the bottoms. I think that contrast is cute, and all the sets will be like that. They'll all be contrasted. So like this will be one color, and then like the color on top will be a little bit more like nudish, you know? But anyways, what was I about to say? Oh, I was talking about my live last night. I had a stalker in my live last night, you guys. Oh my God, Girls Love Hot Tea. Babes, if you would have been on the live last night, we had a stalker. Was anybody in the live last night? Yes, you guys, this is Active Doll. This is the spring collection. It'll drop in March. It'll come in multiple colors. I think you guys are gonna love it. Haven't decided a name for it. I was gonna call it the Wraps collection. So yeah, we had a fucking stalker in here last night. And to be honest, it was very scary. It was scary because I really like could not tell. Like I really could not like, and to be honest, like it was very like, you know, when you know how people talk, you know the shit that people would say and what what people would really like come say if they like it was word for word like some shit, you know what I'm saying? Then there was the second page, the whatever one, that page was just on some bullshit. They were just trolling, like they didn't know shit they were talking about. But that one page, that shit kind of had me like, it's one thing to come in here and like talk shit, but when you know someone's verbiage, you know, when you know someone's like verbiage and shit like that, yeah, but they couldn't finish that sentence. To be honest, if they would have finished that sentence, then it would have confirmed what I knew. You get what I'm saying? And he wouldn't do that, not on here, because then I would be like, ah! You know, like, why is you here, you know, type shit. But it was very fucking weird. And I literally had one of those moments of like, why would you? Are you okay? Are you okay? But yeah, that's why I was like, okay, finish this. But then it would have confirmed. When you're dealing with a narcissist or like a mind manipulator type person, they will do certain shit, but then they won't go all the way, because then that would have given me the ability to be like, so you watching me? You watching me? I see you watching me. But it was 2 in the morning. It was definitely those hours. It was definitely this person's like, it was the stilo. It was weird, y'all. It was weird. It was weird. And like, I think I'm being like fucked with. I don't know. I have no idea. We'll see. But I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna say anything, because that's what they want, you know. They want me to say something. They want me to reach out, say something. I'm not. But that shit was, it really did throw me off though. And that's the thing, is like, they like this type of situation, and I'm talking in code in a way, because if you were there, you were there, you know. If you were there and you saw the situation, you could see how like when I rewatched the video, you could see my whole energy kind of be like, you know, like my whole energy shifted. Like I literally was just like, you know, it was fucking weird. But that's how like shit's crazy. But like literally, I do think it is, and I'm gonna say why I think it is, because I know like the back of my hand. No, there was no mods in here, and I was literally trying to see how far they would take it in the situation. And because I also was kind of like interested in seeing how far it would go, but it was certain shit that was said. They started by coming in here and saying my Finsta name, right? Okay, that's one thing, cool, Finsta. But then like the same thing that they said is what like they say to me, you know. And I don't know how to say it, because I don't want to like do too much, but it was fucking weird. And for me, it's kind of like, why would you bother me? You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you, like, leave me alone? Like, just go on somewhere. Like, there's no need for none of that. Like, live your life. I'm gonna live my life and just keep it that way. Like, I have such a disgust developed. You get what I'm saying? Like, I have such a disgust developed. I don't think you guys understand. Like, disgusted. Like, you know, when you start finding out even more shit, like, it would, like, you know? But, like, a narcissist will do shit like that just to see if they can get you out of your body. You get what I'm saying? It was weird. It definitely did. It got me out of my body a little bit. It did. It was one of those situations. But I don't know. Something happened like a month and a half ago. About a month and a half ago. I haven't said anything about it. But, like, I kind of want to. I don't know. Like, just don't fuck with me. You know, I don't want to be fucked with. I don't like being fucked with. You know, shit was just weird. Long story short, though, somebody came in this bitch yesterday, and it was like 2, 3 in the morning, and they started saying things that only somebody would say, to me, and it really kind of just fucked up the energy. Like, it didn't fuck up the energy, it just threw me for a loop. And I feel like I'm being, what is it called? I feel like I'm being, like, toyed with. I feel like I'm being toyed with. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm being toyed with. And it was from a Finsta, a fake TikTok or whatever. It was a fake page for sure. But, like, y'all, I don't know how to explain it. It was eerie. It was definitely eerie. It was eerie just because it was like, why would you do that? You know, like, why would you do some shit like that? Knowing, like, the last thing that I said to you, the last conversation we had, I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. And to be honest, like, if it happens again, I might, no, because that's what he wants. Never mind. But anyways, yeah, some weird ass motherfucking shit. And at the end of the day, niggas are motherfucking sneaky and they're fucking weird. But at the end of the day, it's like, I know you watching. I know. You can't help your motherfucking self. You cannot help your fucking self. I wouldn't either if I was me. Well, if I wasn't me. Like, if I was a nigga and I was like the bitch. No, if I was the nigga fucking with a bitch like me, I wouldn't be able to either. You know? But yeah, shit was creepy. Excuse me. Oh my god. Men having TikTok is crazy. Men getting on TikTok to stalk a female is crazier. Is crazier. But you know what's so funny? Let me check something. Hold the fuck on. Because I am pretty sure I blocked him like 2 weeks ago. So maybe that's what caused that little weird ass reaction, is because like 2 weeks ago a video had came up and I blocked him because I was like, damn, now he can see my motherfucking shit. And so maybe that's why. You get what I'm saying? 1 + 1 would equal 2, you know? But anyways, what are you bitches doing? My vape died, so I'm charging it. Girl, you never checked that email. What email? What email? Email at the gym. Oh, y'all are at the gym. Someone's about to go to the gym. Did you have fun last night? No. I really didn't, to be honest. I actually, like, just pulled up and then left. Literally pulled up and left. Like, I just don't like too mixy stuff. And like I told you guys, like, the reason why I left is because when I pulled up, we would have been walking in side by side and it would have been a weird situation. Then there was a whole motherfucking entourage of fucking people. It was a whole fucking thing. And I just didn't want to be posted up with anybody, you know? I sent the email you said. What was the email about, baby? I asked you to send me an email. What was it about? Is this Cam Newton? I think I spoke on it. Is this Cam Newton situation? Suing Uber. Which email did you email? No, it's always find ways to have it. Yeah, for sure. I wish I could get a free bag of chips. The one in my bio. So they'll send it to me. They'll send me a screenshot. Say, hey, here's this. When'd you email? When did you send your email? I low key. Hold on. Anybody in here live in Miami? Anybody in my life like actually live in Miami? Oh, hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Let me look at my phone. Hold on. Do you read any book recommendations? Yeah. You want to see the book that I'm reading? These are the two books that I'm reading. Okay? Number 1, 31 Prayers for My Future Husband. Number 1. Number 2. Those are the two books that I'm reading. One is completely different from the other. And this one, hold on. And this one, I can actually write in it. I like that. I want to read your book. You know what? I need to actually like sit down and really finish that because it is so good. Let me put my iPad on charge and I'm going to read you guys a little bit, okay? Because I think you guys will be like, oh my God, like this is something that I could be hooked on. And I really do feel like I could finish it and it could really be like a New York bestseller. But I'll let you guys tell me what you think, okay? Hold on. I'm going to just read like a cute little area from it. Hold on. My iPad's dead. Hold on. Oh, I could charge it over here. Hold on. Pull up my pants. You guys see, stretch marks are okay. It's okay to have stretch marks. Okay? It's okay to have stretch marks. You can be a bad bitch and still have stretch marks, okay? Don't trip. But I do try to make my clothes so they don't have to show, you know? But if you are insecure about your stretch marks, take it from me. Men fucking love them, and they love even more when you show like a little insecurity about it. And so then they'll have something to be like, I love that about you. Don't hide that from me. So like in the beginning, like act like you're really shy about it, but then like it really is just a manipulation tactic to get them to like feel like you're self-conscious or something, but you're not really, you know? Like, and then if you're really smart, you could like really make it a thing and be like, you know, I really want to get like it removed. Like it's this med spa that does these treatments, and then just get Botox. Then just do Botox, okay? Instead, just do Botox. It's turning on. I asked if you guys lived in Miami. So I My meeting went good the other day. Was it yesterday or the day before that? My meeting went really, really good, right? And I'm waiting. It has to like some type of, like I had to pretty much submit something to corporate. They're gonna get back and, you know, pretty much approve, let me know, but it pretty much would be a day honoring me. It couldn't directly honor the brand because it involves so many more contractual obligations that I don't have time for. The 1 year anniversary, it's gonna be one thing. Either I'm gonna do an event or you're gonna see a cute ass little thing of a 0 on a cake and I switch it out for a 1 year, blow that shit out and the caption say 1 year anniversary, because I'm not sure if I'm moving yet, first of all. So I don't wanna do anything that's like gonna overly stress me out. Then when you think about it, I don't have a lot of friends. And if I'm going to like invite people to something that's celebrating me, you know, being a founder of my own business, I want people that really like support me. But also if I do it where I'm trying to have it, I want people who are going to come who are also going to support that store so it looks good on my end. So if I invite a bunch of like celebrity friends that are within my network, a bunch of my lawyer friends and stuff like that, and then some of you guys, I feel like it'll be good because they'll be looking at me to see like, okay, who's here? Who does she know? What type of clientele, what type of network does she have? You get what I'm saying? So for my guest list, if I do one, it's going to be very specific. And to be honest, if I do it, it's going to be the same weekend because yeah, I want Yaya to come. Yaya says she wants to come and she told me like her dad's birthday is coming up. So a lot of people are going to be in town for that. So I'm thinking about if I do it, I'm going to plan it around that week. So if I do it, I might come on here and like invite some of you guys, but just know, like, I really need you to, you know, be on your best motherfucking behavior, be a classy bitch. Okay, A Toxic Life by Gorgeous Doll. Are you guys ready? Is everybody ready? I'm gonna read, so I'll read till right here, okay? I'm gonna read till right here, so everybody chill. It's crazy. It's very vulgar. I mean, I think it's vulgar, but it's just, okay, so listen. The events in this book, okay, some are exaggerated for narration purposes, okay, but most of it did happen in one way or another, okay? Just listen. In the beginning, everything was great. I was on a high. I was 22, making $15,000 a week. I finally was where I wanted to be in life. Well, I thought so. And then it says chapter 1, the life. It starts. I kind of wrote this in a way where it could be in a movie, okay? So like in the beginning of this book, think of wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy. Like that's the start. That's where life is right now. Like I'm waking up and life's fucking great, okay? So it says chapter 1, the life, and then wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy. Stop. No, let's start the actual story. Every day was like a movie. I'd wake up at whatever time I wanted, not having a care in the world, just living life with the only thought on my mind being who will come in my club tonight, who will spend a bag on me. This time, not knowing the trauma I was building up inside myself every night with every dollar. Day 1, the beginning. So it was like the intro. It was a Thursday night when I started working at my first job in the city as a bottle girl. It was great. I would make $500 a night or more, and I was so grateful for every dollar that came so easy. But with money comes problems and haters. For me, the hate was overly real. In Sin City, I never really had a lot of friends because in this life, it's hard to keep friends without there being pocket watching or secret jealousy. But I did have one best friend. Her name was Emily. Emily was everything to me. She was beautiful, athletic, and life just seemed to never hit her as hard as it hit me. But she was always there for me until she wasn't. Emily and I moved from our small hometown to a big city with hopes of finding sugar daddies and the free money we thought was being handed out. At least that's how social media made it seem. But boy, were we wrong. The day me and Emily chose to make our move, we were reckless and spontaneous, just two young girls wanting a change in our lives and determined to get it by any means necessary, not having a clue where to start. So what did we do? How did we start? We downloaded Fundle, code word. copyright purposes. We downloaded Fundle, of course. Fundle was a huge dating app I had never been on, but Emily had, and she told me all the rich and successful men were on Fundle. On my first night using Fundle, I matched with many men immediately and had set up my first date, and so did Emily. We were so excited, thinking we finally found our new tricks, as if we were going to make it in the city. This should be easy, right? Wrong. It was a Saturday night, and my date was planned, with my first target picking me up at 8 o'clock, and so was Emily's. As we got dressed together, we discussed our plans down to what we were going to say in order to sink our teeth into these men so we could get them to do whatever we wanted. Ding dong, the doorbell rang, and my heart dropped. Ding dong, the doorbell rang and my heart dropped. It was time for my first Fundle date and I was extremely nervous. Wait, oh my God. I had realized I gave a stranger the address to my house and it never clicked to me until that moment that I heard the doorbell ring. Emily told me not to worry. We had only rented this place for 4 nights as it was our first week in Sin City, and we only had enough money to cover the weekend with hopes that the men we met would fall into our plan and give us the money to extend our journey to make a new life. Okay. Step by step, one foot after the other, I started to head to the front door with my heart in my stomach, not knowing what to expect at all. At this point, the only thing I had seen was this man's profile picture and a 3-sentence bio, which had not told me much about him except he was a lawyer and had a dog. At this point, I knew I was playing with fire. As I opened up the door, he stood there, handsome, with a lingering smell that oozed off of his body that I can only describe as Wall Street rich. He took a step inside, not even asking permission, which was a major red flag that I ignored as I was hypnotized by his smell, but also and completely shocked by the fact that he lied in his profile. He was only 5'5". I can't believe I was catfished. As we entered back into the house, I screamed to Emily, letting her know to come down, to lock the door behind me. As I waited for her to come down, a million thoughts were racing in my head. I had immediately begun to feel sick inside, but I couldn't tell if it was from being judgmental that he lied and his height was the same as mine, or if I was just nervous in general, knowing I couldn't turn back. And if I did, he might get angry. Would he get short man syndrome and act crazy knowing I felt lied to by the expression on my face? The excitement I felt had completely went away, and Emily could tell as soon as she turned the corner. Thank God, Emily was always quick on her feet when it came to lies. She told me her eyelashes coming off, which was the perfect lie to get me upstairs so that we could talk about the fact that I had been catfished. With Emily falling behind, we headed back upstairs, leaving my date behind as we needed to figure out my next move because I was ready to cancel everything. As soon as we got into the bathroom, we locked the door behind us, both bursting out in tears from laughing so hard. What were we getting ourselves into? This was completely new territory for me, but Emily quickly reminded me of our main goal: find a sugar daddy without having to give up the sugar to fund our Sin City lifestyle. After being motivated by Emily to stay focused on the goal at hand, I then headed back downstairs where Mr. 5'6" stood by the door, waiting and ready for our night to begin. Next, Mr. 5'6" opens the door, guided me to his car, where he was a pure gentleman, opening the car door, holding my hand, helping me into the car. Everything was smooth at this point. We had a 15-minute car ride to the restaurant that seemed like an hour, but I knew I had to make the best of it while keeping what Emily said to me in the back of my head. I had no choice but to spark up a conversation, starting with my first question: how long have you lived in Sin City? At this point, the tension was high. You could feel like awkwardness, like New York City in the wintertime. He answered telling me he had moved here 5 years ago for his job as the head of a new law firm that had just opened, which was the perfect question because once we started talking about his work, it was like the tension went away and he started telling me everything, leaving him carrying the conversation until we arrived to the restaurant. I finally started to relax by now. Maybe he's not that bad. Maybe I was wrong for judging his height. Maybe his personality can make up for it. All of these were the thoughts I had running through my head, as his height seemed like his only downfall at this point. We exited the car feeling as if maybe tonight wouldn't be as bad as I thought it would, placing the blame on myself for being so shallow, judging this man before knowing the real him. As we began to order our dinner, everything seemed to be perfect. Our conversation lasted for hours, as if we had learned years' worth of information about each other in 2 hours. Time was flying, and I had opened up to giving him my life story, feeling as if I could trust him so easily. He made me comfortable, relaxed, and relieved, thinking maybe he could be a good sugar daddy to me, maybe it wouldn't be all just about sex. After dinner, the bill came, and my mind started to race with me not knowing a single thing about what would happen next. As the waiter laid the bill on the table, he asked me, "Do you want dessert?" Before I could answer, he followed with no hesitation, saying, "We can just do dessert at my place tonight." Or we can just do dessert at my place. It's on me tonight. At this point, my body froze, feeling as if I couldn't move nor come up with the words to reply back. So in return, I smiled as he placed the money inside the billfold, followed by him standing up, reaching for my hand, helping me up to leave. Step by step, with our fingers intertwined, we headed back to his car. I texted Emily, freaking out, telling her what he said at dinner, as I had no idea how to handle the situation I had got myself into without her guiding me through the next steps. After all, I was a rookie in the game, never having a sugar daddy, let alone going back to a man's house I had just met 3 hours prior. My nerves were extremely high through the car ride to his place, not knowing how to form a sentence. I needed to ask for money or what to expect when we arrived, as I never went on a tricking date before, and I had no idea how to ask for what I needed before I entered his home, knowing what's to follow me behind once I did. Okay, so that's the first part. And then there's the next chapter, chapter 2. It's called The First Test. What you think? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I know it's good. It's a good book. It's gonna be a good book, okay? Like, I'm really excited. I really want to read you guys chapter 2. Like, I really actually do. Like, I really do. But, like, y'all gotta buy the fucking book when I drop it, though, right? Okay, I will read chapter 2. Okay, so listen, one thing about it, though, is because I agree that it's hard to keep people's attention. So I did short chapters. Like, I'm gonna write it. Like, you know those smaller books that are like this, or like smaller but in a series. They're like in a series, right? That's how I want to do it. Okay, so I'll do chapter 2, but I'm not going past 3. I'm not going past 3. Okay? Day 1, the beginning. It was a Thursday night. Oh, no, hold on. Chapter 2, the first test. Sorry. As we approached his driveway, I could feel my heart beating out of my chest like a drum being pounded on at a band concert. My palms were sweaty and my mind at a blank. Here we go. It's time. I got out the car, falling behind him into his home, and it was beautiful. The driveway led up to his home. I'd never seen a glass house before. He had no curtains on his windows, so you could see straight through the front of his house. In my mind at this point, I was thinking, this man is rich. I probably shouldn't insult him by asking for money. We met on a dating site specifically for sugar daddy dates. I'm sure he does this all the time. Talking myself into just going with the flow. As we walked through the front door, I could tell he lived alone, and he had a sense of success about himself. He headed upstairs as we watched me loathe over the artwork he had in his house, as it was something you would see straight out of a magazine. After 5 minutes of him being upstairs, he came back in a red Versace robe with a matching one for me. I had never worn a Versace robe. It was thick, and wearing it made me feel like royalty. Like I was home with my husband, and this was our mansion we shared. He had made me comfortable around him, leaving my mind relaxed, no longer worrying about if he would give me money, but making me feel like this was the luxurious life I should have. Walking around in $1 million home with my rich husband, everything seeming perfect, like I belong here with him, like I was in a dream, or so I thought. After After gazing around his home, building this fairy tale in my head of what life would be like with him, he then grabs my hand, leading me into his bedroom, where my mind started racing again. Am I ready for this? Should I ask for the money first? What should I do? As we laid down next to each other, I finally built up the courage to ask him his intentions. Started by saying, "So what are your intentions for us?" He leaned over and smiled at me with his grin on his face, giving me a feeling between love and lies, and proceeded to say, "If you take care of me, I'll take care of you. You won't have a worry in the world." Those words gave me a sense of relief. My mind stopped racing, and he had begun to kiss me, starting from my head, then moving down lower and lower, till he was kissing the top of my stomach. And I was lying on my back looking at the sky thinking, this is really happening. I am really going through this. I'm a sugar baby. I was in disbelief, thinking I found me one on the first try. As I laid on my back, he started kissing lower and lower till I felt his okay. As I laid on my back, he started kissing lower and lower till I felt his tongue go inside me. I was shaking at the fact this felt amazing. I closed my eyes, and he continued going down on me, licking and kissing every part of me, grabbing me by my waist, putting his tongue deeper and deeper inside me. I couldn't hold my moans anymore, and I had climaxed, leaving me shaking from a release as he kept sucking. He kept sucking on my clit. It was amazing. I was in shock. No one had ever made me come off head before. He knew exactly what he was doing, like a pro. After he made me reach the top, leaving the sheets underneath me soaked, he leans up and starts pulling his pants down. And he's as hard as a rock, and his size being something I had never seen before. He started to stroke himself and lean towards me, rubbing himself against me. At this point, I was caught up in the moment as he started kissing me like we had known each other for years, as if we were already tuned in with each other's sexual preferences. As he kisses me, he starts pushing onto me, but before he could go inside me, I stopped and I asked him if he has protection. And in this moment, everything changed. He looked into my eyes telling me, "Your daddy's baby. This is my pussy, right? I'm going to take care of you, baby." I put my hands on his chest and I told him I replied, "Yes, baby, but I'm not on birth control and I want us to lock in first before we take it to that point. I'm not ready for that." He sits up and he looks at me and says, "I don't like wearing protection and you're mine now. If I'm going to support you, I want all of you and I want all of it now. By now, I'm stuck, but all I can think of is Emily telling me about how I need to always use protection, especially in this new city we moved in, and the HIV rate being the highest in the world." So I get up, I walk over to my purse, not saying a word, and I grab a condom. I grab a condom out and turn towards him to where he smacks the condom out of my hand and tells me I said no. He then gets up and pushes my purse to the ground, telling me I'm not his, and yelling at me, continuing to say that if I'm his, then I would let him have me any way he wants. From here, I start to grab my things off of the floor, and he comes standing over me, holding $500 in his hand, and says, "I'm not giving you anything if I can't have you the way I want you." I look up to him and I tell him I would never risk my health over $500 or with the man I met hours ago. He then proceeds to walk downstairs to the bathroom where my clothes were, and I hear the alarm say, "Front door open." I run downstairs quickly with nothing but the rope that he gave me on my back, and when I get to the front door, he's standing outside with his robe on, throwing my clothes and purse into the street, yelling at me to get your shit and get out of my house. At this point, he has my dress, my shoes, purse, and everything I came with. I started crying, telling him to give me my stuff back. so I can change and leave. He then throws my stuff across the street, telling me to go get it. As I walk toward him, tears running down my eyes, he then starts walking towards me, grabs me by the rope he gave me, and rips it off of me as if I'm holding on to it, keeping myself covered. Then he raises his hand to me as if he was going to strike me while saying, "Give me my shit and go fetch yours." I was mortified. I never imagined myself in a situation like this ever in life, and I was scared to let the rope go as he ripped it off of me, leaving me completely naked in the middle of the road to gather all my belongings out of the street. I had never been so distraught in my life, lost with nowhere to go. As I gathered my things, a car drives by while I'm completely naked, and a woman rolled down her window and asked me if I need help. Knowing I did, she asked me if she could give me a ride home. I accepted her offer as I had no idea where I was, nor could I locate my phone from when he threw it in the road. I was hopeless. I felt useless, like I had no purpose. He had degraded me and tore me down, all because I wanted to protect myself. During the car ride, I sat in the back of the stranger